Okay. Hello, honey. There's a lot of people here. We're gonna our first little walk is gonna be to try to find Jerry Corbetta, lead singer of Sugarloaf. Here's another crow. So I'm in section 27. Let me see here. Twenty-seven 1138. So 1138. Okay. We are in Mount Olivet Cemetery, Golden, Colorado, but they consider it Wheat Ridge. Golden is right there, and Wheat Ridge is
Your guy,
yeah,
and it said 2711
3-8. Yeah,
And did you find 2711, which is like 3 blocks
is
away?
on the other side
Well,
of this.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I think would think so.
But I just found the one I'm looking for because the picture shows the road behind the memorial. I haven't
Okay.
studied the picture
Oh,
carefully,
good.
so I'm good.
Yeah. That nice man was out here looking for someone, and I asked him if he needed any help. And now it looks like he might help me. Right here?
So I could see the pavement behind it when I studied the picture more carefully. Email.
Wow. And what's his story?
We don't know very much about him.
Right. He's the one who...
If he was an orphan at St. Francis Orphanage in Denver, which closed
in the 60s, isn't it?
50s or something.
Yeah.
And girlfriend's family has nuns.
Yeah.
You don't want to be infested with nuns. Be
Right.
very careful.
Right.
They're very complicated,
Yes.
interesting people, and they make you do all sorts of good jobs for them. And that's
Yes.
hard work. But whatever. The nuns, St. Francis order from Chicago came out and built a 16-story independent living for poor people, old folks, and they are the successor to the any charitable donation to the orphanage comes back to them. Well, back in the many day, remember he was born in 89?
Yeah, looks like it.
1889 or something.
Wow. 1879.
1879.
Yeah.
He was born a long time ago. So if he was in the orphanage at age 10 or something, I believe it was operating at that point, they didn't let the boys past age 14, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they sent them off to Boys Town. And the girls went off to somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it was only up to a certain age. And the trust fund that triggered all this curiosity
Yeah.
that had a final settlement back in March divided his fortune into 4 pieces, each one about $220,000.
Wow.
Remember, this is 1964.
Yeah.
So we're talking about buku bucka.
Yeah.
But one of the other beneficiaries was Boys Town.
Wow.
So we think we know what happened, but we don't know very much.
Right.
And the pandemic has given us lots of time to think about how to search and no way to search. Because
Yeah.
if there aren't any records for the orphanage, they're probably at the Denver Library, which a lot of those boxes can't be gotten to with COVID.
Yeah.
So I thought one day on the way home, I live in Boulder, she lives in Denver, I chase her on weekends. It's only been 23 years, don't worry, we'll get together.
Right?
Gotta, I won't. I thought I would stop by and check his stone, particularly since I thought I found the address. This is, of course, nowhere near where the little marker for 27-2 is. 27-2 marker is over by that tree directly behind you.
Yeah.
So it's like 10 rows out. But once I pulled up the picture again, I got him. Now, I really came by to see if somebody had been reburied along with him since the gravestone had been made.
Oh.
And that is not true. That's
No.
exactly the picture that's in the finder grave.
So someone was
Somebody
supposed
came
to.
by in 2020 and
Yeah.
did all this work. Took a picture of every headstone here.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Your guy
Yeah.
is in 2711,
Yeah.
and his stone is down in the ground.
Yes.
Just like this.
He's next to his parents too.
Well, that's a big help.
Yeah, and
They're
his
not-
parents have a high stone.
That makes
so,
it a lot easier
yeah.
to find.
Yeah.
But you're going to be,
I'm gonna be over.
well,
I figured I'd
I
be
thought
over.
27-2 ended. You see that ditch that runs along?
Yeah.
That car is by the ditch.
Yeah.
Right about there is where the 27-2 marker is. And the 27-1 marker is only over there. So I thought it would be 27-2 plus or minus 1.
Yeah.
Which way they counted. We're nowhere near there.
I know.
But I got him.
So you might want to change his coordinates to make sure.
No, not gonna work that hard. I don't take pictures. I'm gonna lay back.
True. I mean, he's right by the road, so he's
And
pretty
I'm
easy to
happy.
find.
Well, particularly since I'm going to back up and put his GPS coordinates on my car.
We'll give him a little flower.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. I always bring.
Confuse everyone when I publish a picture and has a flower because I think, God, somebody knew about it.
Right? I always bring little gifts.
You know the parents' names for your man, for Bada?
Yeah, let me see here.
Because, man, if you have a picture of their headstone, that's like a really big deal. Because that's how I found her. Found him. This wonderful little.
Father James J. and Patricia E. Miller.
Okay. I was wondering, I had to look to see what date this picture was, and it's only a couple years old. I was thinking, well, what happened if something spilled out on this side?
Yeah. Darn it.
I thought it was a drop.
Anything like that?
We have worked on the problem with longer.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Right?
We haven't done much research. We haven't even gone through the bank to get the original document from the trust.
Yeah. Got some work to do.
Has moved its trust department to Portland and blah, 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 blah. The only email Severino in this part of the world, there are several back on the East Coast that may have in the right kind of dates, lived in a boarding house in downtown Denver, and we're not talking upscale. I don't know how you have $1 million.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have $1 million, but to have a trust that has that amount in it,
Yeah.
after 50 years, you could have started with 100,000 back in the day.
That's great.
But, well, the charity I'm talking about has an annual budget of about $20,000.
Yeah.
And girlfriend could take $1,000 a month for the work she does. She, of course, takes it and gives it back. They do things like buy book bags for the kids that are in the family section now.
Yeah.
And if somebody has bed bugs, they buy them a new mattress.
Good.
That's the place it is.
Yeah.
We're talking about, we're not even talking as fancy as retail on the amounts.
Yeah.
There is no bulk anything on this whole outfit. So we'll do a picture of the backside of Severino. Oh.
Well, I'm glad you found him.
I'm glad you mentioned find a grave, and I spent the extra megabyte or so and sat under the tree and went, ooh.
Yeah.
If
Awesome.
you got Miller and you got a picture of their headstone,
Yeah.
that's what gave me this one from, I mean, I had in my mind remembered something more like Dolan.
Yeah.
A little split job.
Yeah.
But this one's really obvious, and then the picture has this pavement in it, which means I can find it while driving.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But 27.2 over there, 2711,
Yeah. I'm gonna go walk over.
you probably ought to drive.
Is it that far from my truck?
You see that car coming up?
Yeah.
That's about where the white one going down, that's that neighborhood.
Well, my truck's right there, so.
But if you backed up to the road closest to you and then headed off to the southwest,
Yeah.
you could see the little markers, and it'll be 27.6, 27.9,
Yeah.
27.
So I think he's buried like either next to his parents, or maybe he's buried in front. We'll see. But thank you.
Oh, hooray!
Good luck to you. All right. We're off. Kind of what happens when you walk cemeteries looking for stories. Sometimes stories come find you. So, I see a lot of Madonna graves, and here's a zook. That's pretty cool. Of course, we're in a Catholic cemetery, so we will see lots of statues and neat things. And there's a funeral going on here, so I'll try and stay away from that a little bit because I don't feel like Looking for 1138. Okay. Corbetta. Now, so my truck is there. And I'm completely in the sun. It's very hard to find. It's at that time of day and it's kind of hard to see without your glasses, and it's hard to see with. Cool. I need to, here's a marker. Yeah, so we gotta go up here. Oh. All right. Looks like the wind did some damage to that poor gray, but we fixed it. Looks like my friend is back. Did you find it? Good job. Awesome. I was making my way back up here. What's that?
Cheap at twice the price.
I know. Do you remember Sugarloaf?
We're from Boulder, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old, yeah. All the great bands. You know the local band Dakota Blonde?
What's that?
The little group they play in the park.
Oh, what is it called?
Dakota Blonde.
No, I have never heard
Played,
that.
you know, on the folk rock and covered a variety of bands.
Really?
Look them up. I don't know when their next show is, but with COVID, it's been rough.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've only been to 2 of their shows. 3? 3 this summer. They should have a few more. You're standing right there on it.
Oh. There we go. There's Jerry Corbetta.
I caught the backside of the big one.
Awesome.
But
So he was the front of
this
his
is
parents.
11 and then a couple of rows. Yeah, this is the coordinates make some sense. Section 2. I mean, I don't understand it all. And the answer
Plus,
is probably
the plots
long
are
strips that go
yeah.
like this.
The plots are kind of oddly shaped as well, so kind of have to figure it out as you go.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Need a water?
No, I'm good. I have water in my truck. Probably head over that way and then go back up. I want to go see where the bishops are. Like older pioneer type.
1880s.
Yeah, we have a lot of that here too. Central City has really cool cemeteries. There's a little tiny one right off of Indiana and 64th. And like way in the beginning.
You've been out to, I mean, I haven't visited the cemetery, like the little towns east, vicinity I-25 north of Denver, Greeley, Erie, places like that.
Well, I have a friend
Erie,
who's...
it's just on a hill above the town.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant. My friend is buried there, so I went and visited her and... Have a good day. All right. So we found our guy, Jerry Corbetta, lead singer of Sugarloaf. I will come back and do his story. I thought we would go a little bit up here to and here's a walking path, which is always nice. Be able to walk. Of course, we like to be able to see the cool stones. We're gonna make our way this way. I'm gonna find some shade for a brief second. It's a pretty nice day. It's not too hot. I do have a little bit of history about this cool cemetery and how it was founded. Let me go this cool statue and stand. See what this is about. I also will come over here. Gallagher. Pretty cool. Wow. 1981 to 2000. Looks like Megan Kathleen Mayorine. Very cool. There's, whew, that's better. Well, holding the little one. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. See that on there? Yeah. Dedicated to St. Anthony in memory of the departed. Awarded by the Most Reverend James V. Casey, Reverend James P. Flanagan, Archbishop R. Jordan, Director, DiGiorio and Sons Memorials, 1973. Very cool. All right. So I want to go see this little tomb over here. So I'm going to, let's see. Come down here a little bit. I can see some names. Machata. Andel. Come over here. Here's our little walkway. It's very nice. Like that. Brown and Petrushka. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll go see what's next. There's 150,000 graves here on 440 acres. So I'll be doing a few stories here and some people I found. Here's a World War I. Gotta make sure we step over them. Here's a cool statue. I can see into the sun. Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. That's pretty cool. Okay. All the bishops of Denver are buried here. And of course, I want to go find that. And I found Jerry, which is nice. Oh. And gonna go right over here. Oh. That's fun. Don't want to jump in there. It's a cemetery with a moat. No water, but a moat. We'll come over here. Let me stand in the shade for a minute. It's not like real hot, but it gets hot for a second. I know, isn't that cool? Every cemetery should have a moat. But yes, lots. And this is just one section. I drove around the cemetery to kind of get a feel of it. And it goes all the way up there. Way up yonder. They have a pioneer section. They have the sisters, the bishops. And then it goes over there. Oh, look, we have some friends. Say hi, friends. Let's go see what this place is. Oh, here we are. These are where the bishops are. No, maybe not. Hold on. Let me see. It's kind of what it looks like. How cool. Let me see. Yes, it is. His name is Joseph Projectus McBauf. He was the first bishop of Denver. He bought this property and gave it over to the state to use as a cemetery. Back in I believe the ground was consecrated in 1882. And then you have the second bishop of Denver, Nicholas C. Motz. Joseph, he did a lot of work for the poor and such at his time, and Nicholas, he was the builder. A lot of the let me get my paperwork here. And Tehan, third bishop of Denver, July 14th, 1861. ordained in 1886. And then he traveled. He was consecrated Bishop of Lincoln in 1911. Appointed Bishop of Denver September 21st, 1917. And then he was retired in 1931. Passed away in 1940. Here's the fourth bishop. Very cool place. And then, of course, we have George Roach Evans, Auxiliary Bishop of Denver, Titular Bishop of Tubaza, yeah, something like that. And then James Vincent Casey, 5th Bishop of Denver, 2nd Archbishop of Denver, 1914 to 1986. How cool is that? It goes all the way up. Let's see how I can. Oops. No, I don't want it to do that. There we go. We have a dome. Very cool place. Ooh, isn't this fun? Then we come down and they overlook this little spot here. And this is kind of what I wanted to see too. I believe we have sisters. I believe we do. They have a modern section, a pioneer section. I'll walk down here and see. So the cool story here is that the cemetery before this one, the main one, was where the Denver Botanical Gardens are. And it was getting pretty run down, and they wanted to move the people out of that cemetery and move them somewhere else. So I think that's when the bishop had bought 440 acres here and gave it over for them to use as a cemetery, and they moved 7,000 memorials from the old Calvary Cemetery to here. And just behind here is a railroad. And the railroad cars would come filled with the people to be moved with ponies ready to move for them to be reinterred here. The cemetery was consecrated in 1892. A special train came here September 25th, 1892, that carried 1,500 people here for the consecration. Bishop Nicholas Motz officiated, describing Mount Olivet as the new city of the dead. Memorial Day was made a national holiday the year of my birth to honor the memory of war heroes, all soldiers, and every year many gather at Mount Olivet for services honoring all those interred. Which I think would be fun one year. Come out with a bunch of flags and just visit all of the... So these are reverends. These are all reverends. We have a Reverend James C. Sunderland, S.J., born December 25th, 1924. Let me... Inter Society of Jesus, February 4th, 1946. Entered into eternal life, January 18th, 2006. That's pretty cool. So these are all reverends here. We're gonna take a little... My truck is all by itself. There's no one here, so I really don't have too much to worry about. Let's see. The Union Pacific Railroad funeral trains made daily trips from Denver to Mount Olivet and back. And if you had to do that, like for a funeral or such, it would take a day. From what I gathered, wasn't much out here back then. There was no highways. You came by horse and buggy. There was no cars. Let's see what this says. How friars, servants of Mary. So, we are in the friars portion. Very cool. Larry M. Walling, OSM, 1941 to 2020. Ordained June 23rd, 1975. Very cool. Justin, Joseph. I'm doing much better this time. Ralph. We have Benedict Rory, OSM, 1914-1997. Anthony Gilbert. Hello. How are you today? And of course, Julius. All right. Cool stuff to see here. These would be Reverend. Oh, no. Come on, my friend. This thing is like... I'm gonna freak you out. There we go. Kind of gets lost. Hold on. Like what? Anyway, here we are. We're at the Reverend's. Here's Matthias J. Blencush. Pretty cool name. We'll just go down the side here. Father John D. McCormick, 1949, 1975, 2006. Good Father Mac. Must have been his nickname. Very cool. Reverend Thomas M. Dona, 1930, 1965, 2007. Rest in peace. Father William Paul Murphy, 1940, 1965, 2004. Here's a older one, Walter L. Steedle, 1891, 1921, 1960. It's a cool stone. Here's another one. Joseph P. O'Haron, 1896, 1922, 1956. Pretty cool. Let's see these. I mean, everyone's cool. We can't read all of them. So, Right Reverend Monsignor Matthew J. Smith, 1891, 1923, 1960. Very cool. Right Reverend Monsignor Gregory Smith, BG, PA, 1898, born, ordained, 1922, domestic prelate, 1949, protonotary, 1959, passed, 1992. Very cool. Right Reverend Monsignor Joseph J. Bossetti, Vicar General of Archdiocese of Denver, born 1886, ordained 1908, passed 1954. Wow, pretty cool. All right, we're gonna swing our way around, look at a couple of these tombs. Here is the whole family pot for Zaralengo. There's a lot of them. Cool is that? This one says son-in-law and daughter, grandson. And here's father and mother and daughter, son-in-law. Here's granddaughter. And here's another granddaughter. We have granddaughter down here. go walk behind here a little bit. Thought that was very cool. See the whole family together. Here's a little tomb here. McNamara. I know there's a McNamara. Should we have a look? Have a look inside. Frederick S. McNamara and Edith. Been here quite a long time. In their little house. Okay. We're gonna kind of make our way back. A little section here. This is Bona. How cool is that? Fred. Margaret. And looks like two Margarets here and Joseph. Pretty cool. Big, beautiful pine tree. Shrubbery. Here's a talon. That's kind of cool. We're gonna yeah, it was buffering a little bit. I just had to touch the button and go back online. But it happens during live. All right, so we're gonna make our way back to my truck, which is straight that way. I'm getting better at this gimbal. Pretty cool. There's the moat. Yeah, it's all good. So eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. Let's see if we can look in there. Whoa. Huh. Pretty cool. Not too shabby. Yeah, it does shine in here. It's a pretty one. Looks like 1878, 1959, Concetta, Antonio, Mary, 1905, 1975, 1910, 2006, Caroline, Pasquala, or Pasqua, 1868 to 1954. Cool. Let me see if I can see the bottom one. I'm going to point you. Benedetto, 1903 and 1960. Wow. Oh, Lombardi. They have a little bench here for them. How cool. We have a couple more minutes before I want to head out. I will come back and tell Jerry Corbetta's story. Fred and Sue Bibuki. Very cool. Lots of family here for these folks. How cool. And then I'll kind of make my way back. That head west. Must head west. It's kind of like playing squirrel here. He's in memory of the Stankovish family. They planted this tree. It's a cool tree. Find cool little stuff like that at cemeteries where trees have been donated. Oh, they have a buffalo. I just saw the flowers here. I thought I'd come check out this guy. He did it his way, which is good. Sean Joseph Rodriguez, 1981 to 2020. Lots of flowers here for fall. Gassman. Very cool. Oop. Sorry. So, you know, this big tree is here. And here's this grave, and here's this big tree, which is cool. Like, put me under a big tree first. In loving memory of Ruth and Joe, come sit with us and remember all our good times. Hey. It's gonna freak out again. I don't know why. Once in a while. There we go. Pretty cool wedding pictures. How close can we go? Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Hey. There. Now, if you see this, that means that they have this bench on top of them. If this gimbal gets to a certain angle, it will kind of freak out a little bit. I'm getting used to the fact of pushing these buttons and telling it where to go. And also, the first button is to either it follows you or that it's stabilized. So I'm trying to keep it on that so that yeah, I have a piece of paper in my hands because I was reading about the cemetery and the history of it. So you probably saw where the camera went wonky for a minute and showed the papers in my hands. Here's a cool tombstone. Look at that. Very long. Mildred V. Carroll O'Mara, 1904, 1983. Alfred Mark O'Mara and Margaret O'Fallon O'Mara, 1887, 1965, 1893, 1934. I would consider them pioneers, you know? Pretty cool.
Just letting you know we lock at 6:30.
Oh, what? You know what time it is?
It's just after 6 right now.
Okay, yeah. I was leaving here pretty soon. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. It's getting on 6:30. That was nice, though, so I don't get locked in here now. That would be a little scary. But, I'd have to go, like, figure something out. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Very cool. So, supposed to be a saint. Wait. Probably St. Matthew, because it says Matthew 11:28. So that might be who that is. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna walk back towards my truck. Get the heck out of here before they close the gates on me. Yeah, that is Jesus, yes. I was just wondering if, if it was a saint. Okay, my truck's right over here. Should we walk straight across? Let me see if I can find a path to walk through with the geese. Alright. There's some pretty sweet. All right. How should I do this? I think I'll wander this way. I'll wander. Those are all graves. So. Is it looking pretty steady? Because when you wander in a cemetery, you tend to wander over the woods and through the forest and stuff. There's where the bishops are. Did a little bit of a walk today. Here's a cool tomb. Francis and Rosanna. Together in life, together even unto eternity. Little hula girl. And a grumpy bear lives here with his honey. How cute is that? Oh. Some pictures. How cool is that? Move along with yourself. Very cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're going to end this very fun spirit walk. It's Mount Olivet. And I will be back soon to tell some stories. So stay tuned for that. Thank you. Have a blessed day.